Okay. As we can see, Angie has a new toy. So again, if anyone who is jumping on late, don't forget to watch the beginning. Okay.
Yes.
So what we're going to talk about today is going to be on holiday care. All right. Holidays are coming up. We got Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, and it can be a really nutty time of year for all of us.
Mhm.
Well, not for me, because I'm not grooming anymore. Just saying. Okay.
Do some subtraction.
Are you giving her the family friendly
Family,
middle finger?
fam, the professional version. Mm.
All right. I will absolutely, hey, Aaron, be thinking of you and doing my self care while all of you are making yourselves insane. Okay. So I just want to
I
start off. You don't have to make yourself insane. Hey, Tommy.
No, hey Tommy. Hey
No.
Aaron.
So, real quick fun fact that I learned after opening my business is our numbers were not any different in December than they were pretty much any other month throughout the year. The only difference was you crammed everyone wanted right before Christmas. So, the 2 weeks before Christmas were crazy. And the 2 weeks prior to that were semi normal or people holding off. But the numbers actually weren't any different than the rest of the year. And once
Mm-hmm.
I figured that out, I'm like, I don't need to cram all these people in. Like, it can be a normal month.
Yeah.
So I just want to throw that out there. If you know your numbers, check your numbers because you feel crazy, but it may not be the case.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, my December is the same as every other month.
Yep.
It's no different. But
Yep.
my people book for the year, so there's no one to cram.
Hmm.
They have that appointment.
Yep.
The only stressful part is that they want their calendar for next year and they want it now.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to give you that calendar yet.
Mhm.
So this year, what we did is because we booked for the year, I had everybody fill out a customer preference form. So they fill out their name, the pet's name, and or pets, plural name, and then what day of the week is best for them, and then how many weeks between their appointments. And if I can't accommodate that many weeks, do you want it before or do you want it after? A week before or a week after?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody filled out these forms, and oh, it's good stuff. It's
Yep.
good stuff.
Yep.
okay. What I would do as a multi would be in September or the end of August as we go into appointments, I would make it really clear that, okay, holidays are coming up. Yeah, I know it's August, I know it's September, but holidays are going to come. And I need to know whether or not or which holiday is important for you. Because for some people, it was Thanksgiving. And for other people, it was Christmas.
Mhm.
you know so if you needed one of those, then I would, the sooner I knew that, the easier I could be to accommodate. But also, because everybody was on a regular schedule, if somebody didn't need the holiday, they could go a week before, a week after,
Mhm.
and be okay. So that was that whole consistency, and consistency is so much better than making
Yes.
yourself nuts at the end of the year.
And,
Mhm.
Okay.
and I have an answer for Tommy's comment. Um, Tommy said, except for the phone ringing, I need my visiting family to think I take care of the dog. So when my husband and I worked together at a shop, we agreed we were booked. We're like, okay, we have nothing left until at January at this point, except if they offer like a big enough bribe.
Be careful of that, because somebody's big enough bribe may not be what you think. Set a dollar amount.
Oh yeah, yeah. We had, but that's not even it. We only had one person even offer. We only had one person smart enough to be, I'll give you $50. Okay, that covers dinner that I'm now not cooking. Okay.
I've only done that once. I had somebody, he had a Labrador and he was moving. And it was before the 4th of July weekend.
Ooh.
And he said, no, I'll bribe you. And I was about to say, and Angie said, how much? This is why I love my assistant. She said, hi, Stephanie. How much? And I said, and he said, how much is it to get him groomed? And she said, it's normally 65, but your guy's kind of heavy, so I'd say 70. And he said, I'll pay 150. And she said, no. And he said, 200? And she looked over at me and went, all right, we'll fit him in as we can. And she's like, you have rabies? He's like, no, I brought the rabies certificate. She's like, great, fill out this form. And she's like, she put it in the square right then and handed it to her. And because I was taking the dog back, she's like, hang up, bitch. And so I'm like, okay. And so she waited for him to pay. And then she's like, okay.
And that is the smart way to do that,
Uh-huh.
because I made the mistake of, taking that, will make it worth my while. All right.
It's $5.
Yeah. And ended up probably with I don't know, $7 bottle of champagne.
Tommy, your timing was so close. You almost got Angie. Almost.
Almost got the spit take on camera.
Okay, yeah, so I realized we haven't had that yet.
No.
So Chris, you and I have to work on that.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Now,
Anyway, one of the things I really wanted to cover, okay, we'll get into how to care for ourselves. But first of all, this can be a really, really rough time of year for people. People are experiencing loss. Maybe it's a loss of a loved one. Maybe it's a divorce. It can be any of 1,000 things, but this can be a really rough time of year for people. Okay. So pay attention to your coworkers. Listen to them when they're talking. Okay. And watch for signs of depression. And if anyone makes mention of, hey, I don't think I can go on, you need to intervene right then and there. Okay? Because maybe they don't mean it, maybe they do.
Better to err on the side of caution with something like that.
Right.
Seriously. There are the suicide hotlines are very busy this time of year. You know what? Get a number, have it handy. All right. So literally you could like dial the phone number and say, here, you need to talk to somebody, and put the phone to their ear. Okay. If you're going to work hours outside of your normal work hours, all right. I mean, this is just generally good advice, period. Okay. Stop and have breakfast. And if you're working in a shop, stop as a group and have lunch. All right. Decompress a little bit. All right. Have the shop come to a stop. Do you know at the local pharmacy, the Walgreens here, if I want a prescription between 1:30, no, between 12:30 and 1, I'm out of luck, because they close down for lunch.
that's not an uncommon thing.
Yeah.
Not. It's a lot of doctors' offices. So many offices. Nope. Sorry, they'll be back in half an hour, or they'll be back in an hour. Just missed them. And I have been so guilty of this. I don't know why we as groomers feel we can't eat lunch.
Yeah. All right.
See, I require my staff to take lunch. It's required.
And Erin makes a good point too, that it's not just, I mean, we all experience stress. It's just a busy, crazy time of the year. Okay. We have in-laws coming. Okay. Even if it's happy stuff, it's still stress. Stress is stress, whether it comes from a happy source or from a depressing source. It's still stress.
And that look of shock and possibly horror that just popped onto my face while you were talking made me realize I have to have a conversation about inviting another relative over potentially for Thanksgiving, and that horrifies me.
Okay, Erin, I'm going to stop you right then and there. Erin doesn't take lunch because it slows them down. But here's the thing is, all right, it doesn't. If you think about this, all right, your brain is now starving, okay? And if you're thinking about you're hungry, that becomes something that's in the forefront of your brain. It will slow you down. You may find that taking that half hour lunch does not really impact your day all that much because productivity will slow down when you're hungry. Okay. Oh no. Erin takes lunch. I guess you wanted to clarify. Who's not taking lunch by you?
I think that was the royal we.
Oh, the royal we.
That was the royal
Yeah.
we as groomers, but and that's she's right. But I learned the hard way that if I don't eat a proper lunch, I'm not fun to be around when I come in. And this is fun because he's in his phone and not paying attention, but I'm saying this in front of my husband, who legit made me put up leftovers last night because, well, maybe you should have it ready as a snack when you come in. Because, you know, if you come in hangry, like he's prepping food to like fling at me. Because,
Well, here's the thing. The reason why this is a half hour and no more is it's now it'll be 5:30 my time. I have to go make dinner and eat. We're heading into hangry territory for me.
she gets
Okay.
angry.
So, like I said, I want everyone to pay attention to their coworkers. I know you're busy, but glancing over and listening when somebody looks like they're having a hard time. If they're having a hard time, you may first see it as someone who's having difficulty with a dog, okay, or a cat, right? They may need to step away. Sometimes people don't know how to just stop and step away, okay? They may not recognize that. You may recognize that. Angie, was it you who told me about the squeaky duck? Is that not ringing a bell?
Well, we do have a squeaky duck. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to, though.
Okay, somebody had told me, all right, because they were in a busy shop, when somebody looked like they were just like escalating. Was that you? You would squeak the duck.
Yeah.
It serves as a redirection. Okay.
Mhm.
Dog trainers use
I
that.
got that from someone else, but yeah. And there's a duck, there's a squirrel, there's a hippo, and there's some kind of weird little monster that has spines, and his tongue goes when you squeeze him, and you can't not laugh. It's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen.
Isn't it like an iguana? Isn't it like a lizardy thing? And the tongue whips out like a
I don't know. It
chameleon
kind of
or
looks like a dog, but it's got a tongue that comes rolling out there, and it's got spikes on his back, and he's got purple spots, and he has like dog feet. So it's some sort of mythical creature. But when somebody goes wee wee right at you, you're just like you can't not laugh.
Okay, so
So
we
yeah,
have,
that's the thing.
okay, so first, Chris, because Chris, you're by yourself. All right. How are you going to, as nobody else but you, to take care of yourself during the holiday?
I feel like I have to remind myself of this constantly, but I'm not going to let perfect be the enemy of done, to paraphrase. Because, and I'm going to apply that to my self-care this season, because I had like a moment yesterday Now, I really love taking a nice bubble bath. I haven't taken one in months, because the rationale that goes through my head, in addition to making sure I scrub out the tub right beforehand, which really takes like 3 minutes, I enjoy it. Like, I get in there with like a book or a video game and a drink, and I'm in there for like an hour. And I don't always have that time. Or if I do have an hour, oh, I should be upstairs on the computer doing some work. I should be doing this. I should be doing something else. So I haven't allowed myself that time. And it was on the list of things I wanted to do yesterday. And everything went late. And I looked at the time and I went like, don't have that hour. I don't need an hour. I can do a 20-minute soak. Be something. And I was so happy I did it, because I did a lot of house cleaning yesterday. So after the soak, and then I relaxed in my chair and put my feet up, and I went to sit up again, and I'm like, oh my God, I hurt. Can you imagine if I hadn't have soaked in some lovely hot water? So yeah,
Denise,
don't look at self-care as this whole spa day big thing you have to do. It can be 5 minutes.
Yep.
It can be 5 minutes of, I need to turn my brain off. Let's play a party game.
okay, Denise.
Yes.
All right. Self-care either for yourself or because you have a lot of employees. You have
I do. So
patients now.
yeah. So they now I train them not to overbook themselves. It's nice when I have a receptionist and whatever's on the schedule, like receptionists don't ask if you can squeeze this person in or anything. It's, well, this is what we have and this is what we can do for you. I try to keep their morale up to help with, because let's face it, they're not the greatest with self-care and they admit they're not. So I try to do what I can on an owner level. So I don't try and overbook them or anything. I don't push them to, we just do normal. The other thing is we started 2 years ago. They get to pick one client that they're allowed to gift a groom to each season. And they have to go up there. They get to do a free groom. The client isn't allowed to know about it. They already have to be booked on the schedule. And then the groomers go up and they make a little card and they help release and they say, Merry Christmas. And they get to do that to help keep morale up. So they get to give a gift of a free groom to one of their favorite clients. And then as far as for me, I learned that I don't schedule anything like my massage because I have to function. So I have therapeutic massages and stuff. I don't schedule anything around the 2 weeks around Christmas because I get so stressed, I'll cancel it. So I strategically put it at the beginning of December and then right after Christmas. So I'm not eliminating my self-care. Because I'll cancel prior being too busy and stressed with everything going on.
Tommy wants to know if you groom or just manage.
I groom too. I don't have to, but I groom too. So it's grooming and managing.
Okay.
So I try to work on that, but I don't let them overbook. And they've actually, over the years, they've learned not to. And our Christmases, our holiday seasons for the last 2 to 3 years are amazing. So.
Okay. Angie?
I prepare. Like my ornaments are done. They're done. They're ready to go. There's like, well.
They're over there though.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They are done. They're all filled and ready to go. And the names don't go on them until the day of, because if for whatever reason somebody needs to cancel or whatever, okay, I don't have to put the name on.
And it's probably faster to write the name than to dig through the bin looking for the right ornament.
Yep.
It's probably
no.
time. No,
I don't even write the name. I have a Cricut, and I print them out. I type them in, I print them out. It comes out in a roll, and I peel and stick. Done.
I love it.
And I have them by day. They're already all typed in. They're like ready to go because my customers book a year in advance. So I have everybody from Thanksgiving through December by day. And all I have to do is put the paper in and spits it out. I peel, stick.
All right, now I know there's some grooming shops that will not do haircuts the week of the holiday. It's strictly
Yeah, I don't either. I'll do Bath and Eaton's only.
Okay, that's good. You know, my defining moment. This is like one of my favorite stories. So if you heard it already, that's too bad. You got to hear it again. All right. So as a mobile groomer, I made myself nuts. Okay. So not only was the holiday, but I had to contend with snow. Okay. And I was making so much money. I was just throwing it on my table. All right. And I would deal with it at the end of the week. So just checks and cash are on the table. And then, because it was the end of the year, I already had the bin ready to put that year's receipts into the bin, close it up, and put it away. Well, let's fast forward. Now it's time to ditch that year. Okay. And I open up the bin and I'm going through it. And I find 4 $100 bills. Okay. I did not miss. I made so much money and it was so crazy. I did not miss $400 or wonder where it went.
You know, I know that my reaction is the opposite of the moral of your story, but you say that and I'm like, goals. Yes. I pulled out those $400 bills and it was like Christmas all over again. Okay. However, the second thought was, I did not miss this money. And that was when I took a good look and you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. Okay.
Mhm.
You stick to a schedule. These are the slots that I have. And what I would tell clients, the longer you wait, you wait to tell me you need a holiday, is the less likely you're going to get the date you want.
Yeah.
So the sooner I
That's
know,
why-
the sooner I can work my schedule.
That's why my customers are all clamoring for, I need my 2023 appointments. Oh my God. And I'm like,
Hold up.
it's November 1st. Slow your roll. The calendars aren't even in yet. Because I get magnetic calendars and put the dots on the appointment days, and calendars aren't even in yet. You'll have them for your Christmas appointment. Okay, because the appointments will be there. Last year, the calendars didn't come until January. I had about 215 people going, "Wah!" because I didn't get the calendar. And I'm like, you have your appointments. They're scheduled. I just don't have the calendars yet. Your appointments are there. It's good. Dial it down. So, yeah. And honestly, for me, thank God I have Angie. She does all my scheduling because I know me and I would overbook myself because, oh, well, so-and-so. I know me. I'm a sap. If you are a woman over 75 years old and I groom your dog on a regular basis and you call me and go, he needs a haircut so bad, I'm going to say, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, especially if they add in the plate of homemade cookies.
You know? And Angie is the one that goes, nope, sorry, she doesn't have anything. But what I can do is put you on a waiting list in case someone cancels.
Receptionist, best investment ever. They say no, and they say your price is going up. There you go. That is Best
All
investment
that-
ever.
She handles all that stuff because I suck at it.
Me
I
too.
got a question for Denise. Your receptionist,
Mhm.
did she start out in the pet industry or did you train her?
So I've had a few different ones. One was a vet. She worked at a vet clinic, so she knew some of scheduling. I have one that has never worked in the pet industry, and then one that was a dog trainer, but has done like office type stuff, but never worked with like grooming in the industry. So
Okay.
I'll train them up.
Okay, that's good. Because I think a receptionist is they're worth a good receptionist is worth their weight in gold.
Mhm.
You
Oh,
don't have
oh
to stop what you're doing. All right.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You don't have to. Can she check in and check out dogs?
Oh yeah, they do everything now. They'll help with nail trims. They'll do, yeah, I get them. They'll hold for nail trims and stuff. They know how to check in. They know how to check out, obviously answer phones. We do like a best practices that everyone, like what our puppy protocol is, our seniors, matting, they're all versed on that. So they can answer the same questions groomers can, minus detailed stuff. So just general policies, they can answer any question.
Okay. Because I
They're
think a
great.
receptionist is looked at differently than a groomer. I think groomers, people have gotten so used to, talking over and getting their way with groomers. However, there's this other person, and she's not the groomer.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
And you know what? Again, they can say no, and they can say price is going up.
And the other nice part is everyone thinks they own the business. So I just sort of sneak in the back. No one even knows. They either think it's my mom. And I'm going to share this video on our team page. So my receptionists are going to get a crack out of all of this because it's so true. Or they they think they don't run it. They think they own it and run it. I'm like, cool. You know what? Think away. I'm just fine with that. So it helps. It's a different respect level. Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, Angie tells them all, oh no, the other Angie. So, but by the same token, she's like the guard at the gates.
Mm-hmm.
And good luck getting that key because she's, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I want to talk to her. And she's like, I am more than capable of taking whatever, necessary information to her. She's quite busy.
Mm-hmm.
And the time she spends with you here that I can spend with you is time she's taking away from someone else's dog. So your dog's going to be that much later. Oh,
Yep.
Oh, well, no, I'll just tell you. Great.
Awesome.
I'll write it down. Yeah, she's tough, man.
Uh-huh.
She's
yeah.
tough.
No, I don't get the telemarketers or the solicitors, or they're like, oh, nope, sorry, she's not busy or she's not available. Oh, yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, we have a 4-line phone, so we don't get those anyways. As soon as they go through the beginning, they just, because they're not going to press 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
They're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need my cell phone to do that.
Right? How nice would that be?
Right?
I need that on my home phone too. If the only phone calls I get on my home phone, and yes, I still have a home phone because my cell reception sucks out here, it's spam risk.
Oh, yeah.
And Spectrum cannot block spam risk. I get like 10 a day.
What?
There's no way to block them?
You see,
Apparently not.
if it looks like a legitimate phone number from Connecticut, I will pick it up just so they don't, because I know they're not going to listen to the message. I can't get you in for the holidays because I live in the state of Washington right now. I have already gotten, by the way, 2 phone calls.
No.
Right.
Far. Washington, Connecticut. Far.
Yeah, so I usually go, hey, yeah, if you want to bring your cat out to Washington, we'll set something up.
Don't tempt them. Don't say that. Someone will. I had a woman in England that was going to. She flies to New York on business once a month, and she was going to fly with her bunny to New York and then drive it up to me. No,
Gosh.
hard pass. I found her a groomer in England. I'm like, no, my God, thing's gonna die before I ever see it.
Okay, so as we are coming up on the half hour, okay. So does anyone want to add anything else about taking care of the holidays before we wrap it up?
Find what works for you. Everyone can tell you what to do, but you have to listen to yourself and find what works for you in your busy time.
Yeah.
Also, one thing, buy yourself a gift.
Yes.
Buy yourself a gift. I did that last year. And I was like,
What you get? What you get? What you get?
I got new shoes. Not like sneakers,
Oh,
just shoes.
not work shoes.
No, I got myself shoes. And I was like, I like this. I'm going to buy myself a gift every year. They weren't super expensive, but they were something I wanted. And I kept saying, oh, I don't want to. I bought myself a Christmas present. And it was awesome. And I'm going to do that every year
I love it.
because I'm worth it.
I love it.
I like that.
Yeah. So, and it doesn't have to, they were like $30, but I really like them and they're wicked comfortable. And I had seen them and I was like, and I bought them and I love them and they're awesome.
That's awesome.
Okay.
So remember yourself too when you're making out your gift list.
Okay. So on that note, we will see everybody next. Wait. No, we won't see. We will not be. There will be no live stream next Tuesday. And would you like to know why?
Yes.
It's my birthday.
Yay, happy almost birthday.
Yeah. So you know what? There will not be any live stream. I will still be suffering through Whole30, so I can't even have cake. I have another week on it. So I'm actually not celebrating my birthday. So I'm not sure if I'm going to like wallow in pity because I can't have birthday cake on my birthday or
Yeah, I
whatever.
would. I
Right.
would just be like, nah. Sorry, Mary. Well, I will have a donut in your honor.
Yes, you can have a donut in my honor. I cannot celebrate. We're going to go out to dinner on Wednesday the 16th because that is when I can actually have cake, and I will have cake.
So
I
you're
love it.
not doing the adding things in gradually. You're just gonna go.
Oh, no, we don't.
Screw this. Go to the deep end.
We're going right to cake.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
See,
maybe
that's why I love you, Mary. Right to cake. My kind of woman.
the other things, yeah, okay, but you know what? The cake first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone should start with cake.
Yep.
And probably bread.
And Brett.
Bread.
And now that I'm thinking of it, maybe some gravy.
She's
Now I'm
definitely going to have
picturing the gravy on the
about
cake.
mashed potatoes and gravy and cake. And there's just going to be like mountains of it. She's just going to be like, ah.
So Mary,
Yes.
I know the very next day we're going to be recording a podcast because it's Wednesday.
Right.
So I would suggest taking the rest of the Wednesday off because if you go from Whole30 to diving right into cake, you're going to need a lot of naps and
No.
private baths.
No. That's the 16th. We're doing the podcast on the 9th with Barb and Susie. On the 16th.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Wait.
No, she should do the podcast, and then she'll still have the sugar high. It'll
That's
carry her
true.
right
Yeah,
through the
we're
Friday.
doing, no, the 9th.
It might be a fun podcast.
Yes, actually, the 9th we're doing our special podcast,
Yeah,
and then the
he's got it
16th
right.
we're doing a
Okay.
regular one.
We're past the 5:30 mark, right?
She's been counting.
But we're still scheduled to record on the 16th.
Yeah, but that'll be just you and me.
Okay. So it's okay if you're like miserable in May, because it's not
Well, no,
company.
I may be. Well, it could go either way.
Okay. You're either going to be really happy and in a good mood, or you're going to be sitting there going, uh-huh.
My stomach hurts.
Good.
But the
My
cake-
stomach hurts.
All right.
Okay.
Lynn.
Just wait, I got an idea.
Yes.
Chris, get a squeaky duck.
Gotcha.
And anytime she'd be in a grouchy pain in the butt, just go squeak and squeak it at her. And see, that will be funny for the podcast too,
like
because then we'll get to hear the squeak. It would be kind of awesome. And it would be really, really cool if you could get some kind of weird dog dinosaur iguana thing. Because just the every time you squeeze it is just hysterical.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay. We're done here now.
For all of our
All right.
sakes.
We'll
let's
see you in
get done
2
with
weeks.
letters of food.